Hey there. So we are right at less than a minute before 2 o'clock. And we want to make sure that we're able to answer everyone's questions. So a few things. Let's deliver it. Good. A few things. So there is a chat box on to your right where you can put your comments in. You can ask your questions. If you want them to come just to me, you can do that as well. So you can ask your questions. You can post questions over there, and we will make sure that we get them answered. If we don't get them answered on the live, we'll get them answered after the live, okay? So still post your comments over to the right. I want to hear your questions. I want to hear your comments. I want to know your thoughts. So we want to be able to hear all your questions and everything that you have to ask. Everything that you want to ask us, we want to be able to hear it. So for those that don't know who I am Kimberly Evans. I am the broker in charge of KB Global Solutions Real Estate Services. So will be the one giving you the information today. Will be me. So I'm pretty sure most everybody knows me. I think the platforms that I am live on today, you should be somewhat familiar with me in one way or another. So want to make sure that you know who we are, and that's the name of our company there. So you can also follow us or check me out on KimberlyLadorce.com. That's my personal branding website there. It needs to get updated some, but nonetheless, that is it. So today we are going to talk VA loans. Today it's our midday mortgage Thursday. So with VA loans, and we're going to go ahead and jump on into here. It is 2:01, and I promise not to keep you long. So VA loans, for those that don't know what VA loans are, these are loans, and I have my handy notes here. I've pre-uploaded some tidbits for you. So your VA loans are loans from the Department of Veteran Affairs. In order to qualify the loans, there will be things that you'll have to provide for your qualification of these loans from your time in the military. But these are loans that the VA, the Department of Veteran Affairs, will back personally. Now, I have learned a lot about these loans in the last 2 weeks. And I thought I knew a lot already. So you can go, let me find that first. Let me put this one up here. So this link, and I know you can't copy it, but it is the handbook for, let me see what it's called. Hold on. Let me get you the exact name of what this handbook is. It's the complete guide from Veterans Affairs. Okay? That's what it's called, the complete guide of Veterans Affairs. It's a handbook. You can Google it. It should bring you to this link. This link here is the handbook that lenders use. So now, the VA gives you a qualification or a guideline for the lenders to go through as to what is required. Did you know that they don't have a minimum credit score for qualifications of the VA line of credit? I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. Here's the link. It is from the Department of Veteran Affairs. You can go to www.benefits.va.gov and search there, and it'll take you through the trail to get to this here Handbook, but they do not have credit qualifications. Now, the lenders that they authorize has them. So it would behoove you to find a lender that does not have those qualifications, or that they don't have such strenuous qualifications, and they do exist. I met one this week. Never in my life, 23 years, never have I met one before. But I met one this week. They approved a credit score of 488, I believe it was, for qualifying to purchase their home. Now that's a VA, so that's a different ballgame. But what I do know about the VA loans, and those that qualify for VA loans, most of them don't even understand what the VA loan program is. Most of them do not understand it. Most of them think they only can use it one time. That's not true. You can use the VA loan more than once. Most of them think they make too much money. Well, if you make less than $484,000 a year, you can use the VA loan qualification if you are a veteran, of course. So that's the handbook there. I definitely want you to go in there and take a look at it. For those of you all that are just coming in, you can definitely leave your comments over to the comment box in there and do those. So documents that you'll need for the VA loan: a copy of your driver's license. Most of this information your lender is going to give you anyway when you go to qualify for it. You may be eligible for a VA loan by meeting one or more of the following requirements. So you have either served 90 consecutive days of active service during wartime, or you have served 181 days of active service during peacetime, or you have 6 years of service in the National Guard or Reserves, or you are the spouse of a service member who has died in the line of duty or as a result of a service-related disability. So if you don't meet any of these qualifications or these requirements, you may still be eligible. So we just encourage you to talk with your lender. If you served in the military, that's kind of how I go through it. My general question that I ask my clients is, did you ever serve in the military? And they give me a yes or no. And then I say, you may be eligible for a VA loan as well. So we'll, go down that rabbit hole if the answer is a yes for them on the VA loans. So a lot of times they don't know. It's not a widely, well, it is publicized. I don't want to say it's not, because it is definitely publicized, but it's not as known as some of the other type of loans on there. Your qualification guidelines. Give me just a second. Let me take a look here. That's not the one I want there. The documents that you need to provide: a statement of your service and active duty, your recent pay stubs and W-2s for the last 2 years. Those are standard practices. And your recent bank statements, disability award letters, if any. Now you can always go on the website as well to check for your availability, to check for your eligibility for the VA loans. The service of branches are Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, and then military spouses that have passed on. VA owners, VA buyers can use a home loan benefit to purchase of single-family homes, new construction, condos, mobile homes, and multi-unit properties. I believe it is up to 4 units that they allow you to look at. I'm almost positive it's up to 4 units that they allow you to finance on. The other thing the main thing for getting under contract, if you are talking with your realtor, you want to make sure that you are pre-qualified before you start looking at properties. Pre-approved, preferably, before you start looking at properties. I know that's sometimes a little harder with the VA to get the pre-approval done, because they're going to want, a lot of things are based on the property that you're choosing. So it can be specific to the property. So sometimes you have to have the property, depending on your lender again, as to which direction you can go there. But there are specific things that you have to look for when looking at properties. You can't have a substantial rehab project. It does have to have an operating oven, operating utilities, the ability to move in kind of and live in it pretty much, because remember, these loans are backed by the federal government. So they're going to have specifications that have to be met before they'll, sorry guys, before they approve them. I love these scarves, but they're like so hot. I just want to come out of it. So those are a few things that they have to have before being approved. The VA assigns an independent third-party appraiser to assess the property's value and conditions. The lenders have no control over who goes out to these properties. So it is, most of the lenders have a unified system where they go in and it assigns the appraiser to go out and appraise that property. And a lot of times that is done directly through the lender's office. It is not anything that you as a consumer would have control over. So it would directly go through the lender, and they would be in charge of getting an appraiser out there. Once that value has come back from the appraiser, that's the amount that they will finance on the property on there. So it's not anything really different from your traditional appraiser going out, but they just have no control over that and the time that it will take for it to come back. So the appraisers are going to do your traditional things, looking for the property, who making sure that the values and all are there in the neighborhood. And they usually try and stay within a 1 mile radius of the property, just like traditional appraisers do on these loans. So that's the big stuff with the VA loans. I would admonish you to definitely go out and take a look. And let me put it up there again. Take a look at the handbook information. It is, if you just take off that first part, just do the www.benefits.va.gov and look around in there, look for the VA lender guide. So it's the guide that the lenders look through to follow for the VA approval process. So it's very enlightening, I will tell you that. There's a lot of information in there that I had no clue about. Especially with the credit guidelines and the requirements. Most of that stuff is set by the lender. It is not set by the VA. The VA guidelines are a lot different sometimes than what the lender's guidelines are. So it would behoove you to look through those and see if there's something that would benefit you and your family. All right, guys, so that is my midday mortgage on the mortgages. We came on our Thursday, and we just had to come early because I have to travel tonight. So we had to do it early today. So we will see you guys on next month for another mortgage type and another mortgage update. And again, if there's anything that I could do to help you be successful, do not hesitate to reach out to us, okay? Oh, don't forget the credit repair. The credit repair is $125 right now for the month of December. So all month for the month of December, we're doing it at $125. That includes the course and the actual repair. And we got some good notes back on them today. So we're starting to see the comments come in. So we're looking forward to helping some more people get in their homes this year coming. All right. So we'll talk to you guys later. Y'all take care and be blessed. Bye.